Welcome back to the Sovereign Ratio. I want to do a quick video today on my good friend Bart Simpson and sometimes how he rears his ugly eye caramba head on the Bitcoin chart. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, leave me a comment below. Alright, so first off, just a quick video on the Bart Simpson pattern. First, I want to state that I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it is the setup for a potential Bart Simpson. With all the bullishness in the market right now, especially the anticipation of a Bitcoin spot ETF, I don't know how likely this is, but I do want to bring attention to it, especially with today's FOMC meeting. This does look like a Bart Simpson, which is a pattern that I would not say is a super official pattern, considering the trading has been around much longer than Bart Simpson has. But this has played out a few times. Most notably, we saw it happen on Polygon last year, where it actually did play out like this. But right after the Bart Simpson played out, there was a gigantic move up to like the $1.50 area. The Bart Simpson was happening around $1 and between 90 cents and $1. And then the price crashed for a little bit and then just went right back up to $1.50 after some more bullish news came out. So I am seeing this right now on Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart. And then if I double click here and add some indicators on, the 4-hour ultimate stochastic has freshly started to cross down with a confirmed candle crossing down. And also you can see we've been pretty overbought here for a while. We had a bearish divergence here on this 4-hour chart back in this area, and we've just been kind of grinding sideways. In addition to that, generally on Monday, after a long weekend of a nothing burger, there's kind of a reversal in the market before the next move up. In no way am I saying that the bull run is over. Actually, I think it's got a little bit more to go. But in this particular instance, it would make sense with today's FOMC meeting to just kind of get that bad news event, crash down a little bit and then go back up and reclaim 37K, which I think is the ultimate target. So I wanted to point this out. Based off this Bart Simpson pattern, I'm not thinking that today is the greatest day to trade. It just looks like not only does the RSI on multiple time frames look like it needs to correct a little bit, we can go over to the daily chart, which we can't see the Bart Simpson anymore, but you can see there's 2 cross downs here on the daily ultimate stochastic and 2 drives of overbought. Not to mention the RSI is up here at a really high valuation of 90, looking like it just needs to correct a little bit. I can also throw on the BBWP. You can see the BBWP is fully expanded. There's absolutely no contraction here whatsoever, indicating that the move has probably played out. It could curve back up and have another move up, but for the most part, you can see that this is in the red zone and has basically played out. We haven't got the red bar yet on the top, but I'm actually kind of surprised about that. But this move does look like, at least temporarily, it's coming to a conclusion. It may not. It may just keep moving because there's a lot of various time frames that show different things. We look at the 5-day chart, the BBWP is not even all the way to the top. It's only halfway through based off of this cross up here over the 15% mark, accompanied with the ultimate stochastic crossing to the upside. But you can also see 2 big topping tails on the 5-day chart. So a lot of mixed signals right now. Clearly Bitcoin is into a lot of resistance at this point. You can see back here, these were the previous cycle bull run support levels, and now they are definitely resistance for us. One thing I do know is that this cycle is playing out very similar to 2015, in my opinion, 2015 to 2017. And if you look at the dates and time frames on everything, it's very, very similar. The main thing that I want to note about this is the time taken from the bear market low in every cycle to the bull market top in the next cycle. And I'm not going to zoom in on the chart here, but I do have it marked off. The low back here in 2015 took exactly 1,057 days to get to the next top. In that cycle, the low here, from the low in that next cycle to the next top, 1,057 days, consequently. And then if we think that the low is in, which there's a pretty good likelihood that it is, so we'll take the low here, and 1,057 days puts us right at the beginning of October in 2025. So just some future planning food for thought there. That does look like the likely spot for the next bull market to conclude, because we do know that crypto and Bitcoin is more time-based than it actually is money-based. Even though we all want to make money, we all want to make percentage gains. The market is best approached from a time basis, and it's proven itself. It may change in time, but that's what it is, and that's how I'm planning this cycle. And just pulling up another chart that I have here with some Lux Algo indicators, which I'm not going to particularly point out, but that is what these little marks are. If you were curious, these are Lux Algo indicators. Taking off the Bart Simpson and kind of looking at it from a pattern perspective, you can see that this line here, which I'm not a huge fan of diagonal trend lines, but they do help occasionally in shorting. But for now, you can see that has been support. We're kind of approaching that. There's this level of resistance here that's been difficult to break. We did have a wick above it this morning. If it was to retrace, the scene of the crime, as Gareth Soloway would say, would be the where the Bart Simpson started, which would be, in my opinion, in this area here around 31,000. But also we do have the 61865 combo, the golden pocket here around 32, which I think is a pretty good retracement point. If Bitcoin were to go to 32, you could probably expect a much bigger drawback in altcoins, maybe not a huge one. But if it were to retrace and complete the Bart Simpson, then I would expect a bigger move down in altcoins. So just be cautious today during the FOMC meeting. Just wanted to do a quick video, nothing real long. Just give you a heads up on that. Probably not the best day to trade. Probably the best day to absorb information and figure out what your next move is. Thank you for coming by. If you're new here, again, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you think this Bart Simpson's going to play out or if I'm just bringing alarm to nothing. We'll see you in the next video, and safe trading.